All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Growth School. It's really amazing to be here. Thank you so much for choosing to join live on Growth School. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you so much for being part of this. Please, you can do well to share your name and where you're joining from, just to know the number of people who are joining us. And we also want to do well to be very, very sure and deliberate that we're good. And I want to be sure that you can hear me. Just wanting to follow on you. Thank you so much. We have a number of things to cover, and we will be wrapping up a series as promised. A series on the sovereignty. That's a sovereignty series. So this is part 5, and we're looking at the topic tools of dominance. And we will be sharing a lot of really essential things and a lot of the things that you need to pay attention to right now in a way that will change, transform, and make a lot of difference in your life. Please do well to share the link, share the video with your friends and everyone on your network. And let's get everyone to come join Group School tonight. All right. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. I hope you had a really amazing day. I hope it was so well, like it was so good. And I will be starting with a recap. I know already we started sharing on a lot of things in the sovereignty series. And in our last growth school session, I think that was meant to be um, Sunday before the last. We started sharing a lot of things around what was really needed in order to draw the forces of dominance and the things that can help improve your life, that can help challenge your life, that can help advance your life, and that can help you become better at the things that you do. Please, I want to really find out and be sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me loud and clear, just pin your name and where you're joining from. So I will be sure that we are good, and I will be sure that we are set for tonight. I will be sure that we're set for tonight. Okay, so we want to cover a lot of things, and I will also be showing you certain things. I'll be mentioning a number of things that you can make use of in order to advance yourself, help your image, portray yourself, and then be the kind of person that you need to be, such that you will no longer be on the background when people who are spoken about pivotally, when the pivotal people that needs to speak in that industry, when they need to mention their names, you will not be put to the background. Okay, so that's why we will be taking this session. Welcome, Victoria from Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining. Nice to see you again. Victoria has been very, very constant on Go School. I'm not sure there's any of the sovereignty series that Victoria missed. Thank you so much for joining, and thanks for also sharing the link and inviting people to be here. All right, so the tools of dominance. I remembered we started sharing on certain things that have to do with doing so well with your career, and what are the certain things that help for career advancement, or maybe you're in business, or maybe you're a talented person. What are a number of things you need to look out for? I remembered we started sharing on things around connection, knowledge, community habits, and also exponential efforts. And we also looked in the last series, in the last session, on the 4 ingredients for getting high value recommendation. So if you really want to be recommended, there are 4 major things you need to look out for. There are 4 major things you need to pay attention to. There are 4 major things that you should always understand, improve on, and ensure that they help you advance your life over and over again. So if you're someone who is always looking out for opportunities, you want people to recommend you, you want people to speak about you in rooms that you cannot step into, but your name can get there and people can invite you into high and noble circle, into the rooms where kings can stay. There are 4 major things you need to pay attention to. Number 1 is value. Number 2 is excellence, like we shared. Number 3 is spirit. And then number 4 is loyalty. And we wrapped up the session by talking about the concept of paying attention to your physical life. We talked about the physical force and why it is pivotal and critical in helping you live and be the kind of person that you need to be. So we spoke on things like paying attention to your health, attention to your food intake, the things that you eat, the way you eat, the time you eat. I cited examples about some top people in different industries. I spoke about someone in the music industry who doesn't eat, who doesn't take in food anything after 10 p.m. Okay, for certain reasons, and this has always helped this individual to build. There are certain sacrifices you should be willing to pay for the kinds of person you want to become. There's certain sacrifices you should be willing to pay, which the average person, which the masses are not willing to pay, and they have made up their mind. They are already positioned to remain followers all their life and become the victims or become the tools of the agenda without necessarily accomplishing any agenda in their life. So you need to pay attention to your physical life. And something you need to understand is that the higher you grow, it's always about the less of the things that you eat. It's not about the more of the things that you eat, the more of the things you consume. There are people who, as they have grown to a place of influence where they have to speak, where they have to do things, where they have to be impactful to people, where they have to create value again and again, where they have to be available, maybe to sing, maybe to use their talents. They have made up their mind that there are certain food they will no longer take. There are certain things they will no longer permit into their body. Why? Because they ensure that they keep their body to premium so that their giftings can be able to deliver high level of value. So we also spoke about sometimes scheduling checkups, doing a number of checkups to ensure that you still stay alive. We looked at supplements. I shared an example of vitamin C, calcium, and potassium. A lot of supplements are very essential in order to keep you at a very vital state and at a point of quality kind of life. We also have the spiritual and we also have the public perception, working on your public perception. I'm going to share a lot of tools today that you can actually make use of to be able to build your public perception. For some of you that already, maybe some of the things you're doing is just go on ChatGPT, get a post, copy, post, and all of that. You will not be able to build quality and valuable brands and create the right perception that way. So I'm going to mention a lot of tools that will help you write correctly, create greater perspective, and then do a lot of things. And then also paying attention to your energy. You do exercises, you wake up every day, you take brisk walks, sometimes maybe you want to do push-ups. All of those things are good in order to keep you at the very right point in your life. All right, today I'm going to start by speaking on the concept of why do people change career. I'm going to start from there before I delve into the topic today. Why do you think people actually change career? Why do you think, for example, someone start out today and say, "Oh, I'm a content creator." Oh, tomorrow the person is saying, "Oh, I want to work in the bank." Next tomorrow, someone is saying, "Oh no, I'm not working in the bank anymore. Oh, I now want to work maybe in the oil and gas industry. Oh no, I want to become a data scientist. Oh no, I want to become a website designer." Many times, there are four things responsible for why people change careers, or why people change their jobs, or why people move from one workplace to the other. And if you don't understand these things, you will find out that you may run your life trying to do a lot of things, trying to figure out a lot of things without digging deep into the reason why you are doing those things. If you do things without delving deep into knowing the reason why you do them, you will realize that a lot of the effort and the things you do will only end up in futility. A lot of the things you do will only end up in futility. Sometimes you would have done things wrong, then you will sit and begin to say, "Wait, why did I take that decision? That was not so wise. That was an half-witted decision to have taken. That was a step that was not in the right direction that I actually took." And many times you will be filled with too many avoidable mistakes in your life. This is why the ability to sit, to think things through, to realize things through, to reason things through, to be critical, to know why you take decisions, will make you become an excellent person. We help you achieve greater results. We keep you at a greater form of productivity instead of just taking rash decisions. We have a lot of people who take rash decisions without thinking it through, and then they assume that they are doing something right, only to come back to say, if only I thought about this very well, I would not have been here. If only I thought about this here, I would not have been here. So you see people who make lot of mistakes, who give lots of excuses for why they don't make progress, why they don't achieve certain things, why they are not at the top. Why? Because they do not understand the reason for their actions. Now, there are 4 reasons why people actually change careers, or the reason why people change jobs, or why people move from one organization to the other. Number 1 reason is because they want more money. Take this from me, whether you like it or not, the money is important as part of the tool needed for you to dominate, as part of the tool needed for you to operate at high level in any industry. You need a financial fuel. You need a financial fuel that will give you the ability to be able to do more, to be able to achieve more, to be able to have a level of peace that will take you to a greater level than the average person. You get what I'm saying? That would give you the ability to achieve more at the best form. Do not let anyone tell you that it's not important. All you have to do is just be talented. Yes, be talented. But sometimes your talent needs money to get the kinds of promotion and visibility that it wants. That's why you find out that there are certain people who attempt the best in that industry, who whenever they release an album, whenever they release a single, they spend a lot of millions to take it global. They spend money to do quality videos. They spend money to be able to ensure that they can record their songs, whether record their spoken words in studios. Why? Because money is critical. The money to get the kind of gadgets. So people change careers because they need more money. Maybe sometimes you're working somewhere and you're paid maybe 5 figures. Now there's someone who is also promising you to do exactly or put in that exact effort, and then you will be getting 6 figures. It's really important. Yes, you have to think about it. People move and change careers or take decisions based on the fact that they need more money. Number 2 is because they need career advancement. There are times whereby, based on your vision, based on the things you're looking at, based on the kind of things you want to achieve, sometimes maybe you're working for maybe a startup, for instance, if maybe a conglomerate or maybe a bigger organization seem to be asking you and saying, oh, we also need you to do this job. And what they are giving you here seems to have greater profile to you and will create more impact for you in your growth and advancement. You can decide to change jobs. You can decide to move. You can decide to say, oh, yeah, even though this is small, this is good, this is building, these established ones seem to offer me career advancement. I'm likely going to get promoted, okay, in this number of years, in this number of years in doing things. So the second reason why people change jobs and people change career path is because they need career advancement. Number 3 reason is always because of work flexibility. There are people who actually change jobs. Maybe where they work right now, they need to wake up as early as 3 a.m. every day. They have to board transport from the mainland, and then they need to get to their workplaces at 7:30, and they have to do that every day from Monday to Friday or from Monday to Saturday. And because that's the only means, that is what is available in order to feed themselves, feed their families, feed all the people who look up to them, they don't have that work flexibility. Now they have an organization who is saying, all right, you can keep doing the work you want to do, but you only need to show up in the office physically twice every week. Do all of the other things you have to do remotely. There are people who could be like, okay, yeah, I can move on. At least this offers some sort of flexibility. I don't need to wake up so early. I don't need to actually spend money on transportation. Sometimes I can relax. I can still go grab water. I can still go stretch for a while, come back and still do my work. And then I still get the result that is required. So people change jobs because of work flexibility. There are some people right now who are deciding that the kind of career and the kind of things they want to do is they just want to do freelance. They want to just work remotely. They want to work freelance. They want to get clients to do things. They want to sit in their houses, put on the inverter, put on the light, put on the AC, and then they sit to do all of the coding. We have people who work as virtual assistants for people. They are virtual assistants in Nigeria, yet they work for people overseas, maybe for Africans or for Europeans in different nations of the world. And those believe that paying a virtual assistant in Nigeria or in Africa is cheaper than getting a personal assistant in the country, where maybe they will have to pay more. And then the kind of economics that is run here, if you convert the money being paid in dollars, the person here feels that he's doing better than the manager of maybe a bank, than the manager of maybe a particular firm that people respect and all of that. And yet they are doing so well without having to spend money on fuel, spend money on buying suits, spend money on buying new clothes, spend money on doing all of those things. And yet they are doing so well for themselves. People change jobs because of work flexibility. There are individuals who are working in corporates. Nothing wrong with working in corporates. There are people who build. Remember what I said? This is just one reason why I think people change. There are people who do so well, like working in corporates, they get advancement, they make more money, but there are people who just want flexibility. People want instances where they can work and then on the side, they can still do their crafts. That's why we have people who work remotely and they still have YouTube channels. They could go on their YouTube channels, they share amazing stuff, they share knowledge, they push out other things, they discuss with people, and you see them building their own personal brands, even though they have a 9 to 5. I think there's a lady I saw like that on LinkedIn. Is it Fraser to saying, or was it Esther George? I think it's one of them who works on a 9 to 5 and yet still has a YouTube channel, still has a profitable, a very, very massive followers on LinkedIn, sharing knowledge, pushing out stuff, and doing all of those things. Why? Because they do a kind of work that offer that kind of flexibility. And then the last reason why people change job is because of uncertainties. Uncertainties. Some people just feel like, I'm not so sure whether there's something for me what I'm doing right now. And then you see some of them just say, oh, right now I just need to leave. I can't stay here. I'm not so certain. I'm not so sure. People leave because of uncertainties. Maybe sometimes the organization is not offering them a kind of certainty. They are not sure what will be the end goal. They are not clear whether there will be anything for them. Some people are not just sure of what's going to come out of the job they're doing. So sometimes they just switch jobs and say, I'm not just sure. Let me just leave. Let me just leave and see whether I'm going to find something remarkable. Thank you. Welcome, Victoria. Welcome, Abigail. Welcome, Abigail Oshinuga, joining from Ogun State. Thank you, Abigail. It's nice to really have you. Ayodeji Oluwole, nice to see you. Ayodeji has also been very consistent with the Sovereignty series. He has been there from Sovereignty series part 1 to part 5. And Victoria Bishopson too has been very consistent. Thank you, guys. I'm really grateful. Thank you for joining and always being part of this. It's really, really amazing. It's really, really amazing. And so I feel so honored and appreciative of this. Thank you so, so much. So moving on, we will be looking at the tools of dominance. And for those who came into this webinar from my mailing list, maybe you saw it from my mailing list or from my LinkedIn post or maybe from my Facebook post, you realize that I started our post with the story of David. David happened to be the last son of Jesse. Jesse was an Israelite who was born to the tribe of Judah, and at that time they had a king in Israel whose name was King Saul. And Jesse happened to be the father of David. And David, being the last son of Jesse, most often he had elder brothers, and all of his elder brothers happened to be people who were interested in war. So they had like a kind of war, what do they call it? A war school where sometimes the brother would go to. They would learn how to fight war. They would learn how to use the sword, how to use the armor, and then they were doing all of that. They were training to become warriors. And in the school of warriors, one of the things they do is they teach them how to fight, and they prepare them to get ready whenever there was a communal war. Because at that time, when nations wanted to expand their territories, one of the things they did was that they go to war. They go to war, they fight with that particular nation, and the more they possessed, the more they were able to chase those people away from that land. That particular land and that territory was added to theirs. So that was how they expanded land at those times. Whenever they wanted to expand their territory, they wanted to grow it. It still happens today. Whenever you see nations fight over borders, many a times the reason is because they want to expand their territory. They no longer want they feel, oh, they can grow their territory. And remember what we said when we're talking about the factors of production. One of the things that help you grow dominance: land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. So one of the things that nation did in order to grow their lands was that they went for war. So one way that Israel prepared their men for war was that they took them to a war school, and the brothers of David belonged to that war school. So they were trained to become warriors. They had the physique of warriors. They could do all of that and all of that. But for David, because his father was a farmer who was like a cattle rearer, because the brothers went to war, David, who was the last born, you know what we do to last born? If you are in Nigeria and you are the last born, you know sometimes what you face in some houses. Sometimes when you eat together or everyone eats on the dining, you are the one that will tell James, oh yeah, come here, come and pack this plate and take to the kitchen. How many of you have been in that story or been there? Or maybe if you were in an hostel, some kind of funny hostels. I don't think this happened in private schools and private universities, but I think it happens in some boarding schools that the people who were seniors, maybe you just came in to GS1 in boarding school, or you just came in as a fresher, and you see all of those seniors. Maybe they are finished eating. Some of them will leave the pot. They'll say, "Oh yeah, Shadi, oh yeah, come and pack this pot, take it to the kitchen." That way, because he was the last born, what the father did was that David became the farmer. David became the cattle rearer, like the cattle rearers, like we have the Fulani herdsmen. So that was what David was doing. David would take the cattle, he would take the sheep, he would take every one of them to the bush, he would take them grazing, and then they will go to the bush, they will go to the forest in order to find food for them to graze on. And when they got there, they would eat, and David would just be there, monitor them, watch them, ensure they are well guided, ensure that the lion does not come and hijack one, the bear does not come and hijack one. And David, while he was doing all of that, whenever the lion came and he wanted to take one of the lamb, David would confront the lion, try to, maybe throw punches, do a lot of things, deliver the sheep from the mouth of the lion. He did the same thing when the bear came. While they were preparing for war to fight whenever an enemy nation attacked Israel, David was learning how to deliver the sheep. He was learning to confront lions. He was learning to confront the bear, and he became a master. He was learning and doing all of that. Also, while he was doing that, sometimes maybe while they were grazing, David would take his arm up, and then he will begin to play the string instrument, play nice music, and then do all the and then he was writing psalms and doing all of that. And David started growing as a psalmist, he started growing as a shepherd. That was where he learned on the Lord is my shepherd. Seeing how David will look at the sheep and protect them, he just thought that if he was so mindful of the sheep, God being a shepherd was also protective of him. Eventually, something happened one day that there was Goliath. Goliath was a giant. Imagine adding like 30 times of an entire human being, entire adult. I've been 30 times someone as tall as that. And then that person came, and then imagine how his voice was going to look. The voice was so masculine. He said, "All of you get me in man. I defy this day." All of you know that husky voice. You could know how loud it could be. Imagine someone standing on the rooftop of a 3-story building, speaking so loud, the way people are going to hear. That was how tall Goliath was, and he was speaking to them. Think of the fear, think of the rigor, such that even the king Saul could not confront him. The king Saul was scared. Nobody could confront Goliath because of how tall it was, because of all he had and all of that. Nobody could confront him. Nobody could look at him. Nobody could even say, "Let me go after him. Let me do all of that." And all of that was happening. All of the brothers of David could not confront Goliath because they did not have what it took to confront Goliath and fight him and do all of that. They did not have it. So Jesse now felt, these your brothers, senior brothers, they have all been in the war front. Take this food and carry this food and take to them in the battlefield. Maybe right now they will be hungry. Why? Because the war was so serious. Nobody would even think, oh, they've not eaten, they've not done this, they've not done that. And then David obeyed, took the food, went to the place, the point of war where the armies were and all of that. And then he took the food to his brothers. And why he took his food to the brother? He was watching the drama happening. And he was seeing how Goliath was bragging and saying, yeah, this and this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to destroy you, I'm going to do all of these. People should get me in mind. If the person defeat me, people will take our land. If we defeat you, we'll take your land, and you people are going to become our slave. And David was hearing all of those things. And inside of him, David was angry. David was vexed. David was so angry. Just like some of you right now, there are things you're seeing happening in your nation, or you're seeing things happen in your industry, or what happen in your field, or happen in your profession, and right now you are vexed. There are people right now you're looking at and you say, these people are like Goliaths. They won't allow us progress. They don't want us to just move. They just want to keep us as servants. Or you're just saying certain things that vex you, and then you have this passion in you to liberate, to deliver, to do something differently. You will not just do it because you have something. There's a strategy. There are tools in act. There are tools required to dominate. And while David got angry and he was vexed seriously by it, he then went and he asked, what will be done to the person that defeats this Goliath? What will be done to the person that defeats this person? And then the king gave a promise. He said, whosoever can confront him, the guy was going to become the king's in-law, because the king was going to give one of the princesses to that particular man. A particular part of the portion of the kingdom was going to belong to him, and his family would no longer pay tax in the land anymore. Wow, that was an amazing one. David understood and realized the price before he went to war. The question for you is, what is the price? What is the reward for the war you're going into? You know why some of you would argue, do everything, you want to fight everything till finish? Have you ever asked yourself, what is the reward for this battle? Some of you right now, you're fighting people, you're fighting your colleagues. You're like, yes, I will ensure I do this. You're doing all of this, but no reward for the battle. All you are just doing is fighting in vain, doing this one, hustling. You're fighting the wrong battle. But David knew who he wanted to fight. He asked for the reward. Don't fight a war that does not have reward. Stop fighting a war that does not have reward. Stop engaging yourself. Stop wasting your energy, your time, your attention on a battle without reward. David knew the reward before he went to battle. And he told him all of that. And then he went again. Please tell me again, what is the reward that will be given to the person that actually defeats this Philistine? And then they rehearsed it again to him. And then he told them that they should inform the king that he wants to confront him. And then he appeared before the king. And, when David got before Saul, and he was like, your king, my dear king, honorable king, I respect you so much. Thank you so much for what you're doing for our nation. I really honor you. I really respect you. Hail thee, O King Saul. Please permit me. I want to confront this Philistine. I know what Saul would have done. Small boy like you. I'm laughing. He's like, you, this small boy, you think that you have something right. And then, you just imagine how Saul would have laughed and looked at a small boy of, say, about 16 years old or 17 and say, you, this small boy, what do you know? You know how people would look at you and say, what do you know? What do you understand? What can you do? You know what David did? David did not argue. David did not argue. He said, King, I hail you, O King. I respect you so much. But I seem to have a track record that I want to mention to you. When I was taking care and I took my father's sheep, the flock of sheep, when I took them grazing, the lion came and wanted to get one of it, and I confronted the lion. I fought the lion, tore it to pieces, and delivered the sheep. The bear also came. I confronted the bear, and as I confronted the bear, I ensured that the sheep was delivered from it. He said, "O king, I'm going to defeat this Philistine just like I've done for the lion and the bear." He came with a track record. You know the problem? You know the problem sometimes for you is that you talk too much about what you will do when you get before the king, but you do not have a track record to present. You see that? You expect the kings, the noblemen, the great people to trust you, to offer you privileges, to offer you opportunities, to tell you, yes, just go, we trust you, you can do it, we can get it done. But you don't go with a track record. You want them to offer you the privilege to speak to 1,000 people, but you don't have a track record where you have spoken to 50 before. You have not volunteered in order to speak to 20. You have not volunteered to moderate an event. You have not volunteered to use your skill. You have not volunteered to speak somewhere. You have no track record. You do not have a CV to present. And the kings don't believe you because you're passionate. They respect your report. They respect your CV. They respect what you have done. They respect where you're coming from. That was one of the tools that David used to be given the offer. Do you remember Joseph too? Joseph had a track record. Someone said, when we went to prison, the baker said we had a dream, the wine press had a dream, and then we were worried, and then we shared our dream with this guy, and this guy interpreted for us. He had a track record. The entry into the presence of the nobles, into the tables of the king is your track record from the bush. You have a track record from the bush. Do you have a track record? You're a student right now. What are you doing on your campus? Have you been involved in something on that campus? Have you done something there that can offer you an entry into the greater places? You see how people dominate? They have a track record. Moving on in the story. I think I'm doing well with storytelling now. Moving on with the story. Then the king decided, okay, you say you want to go, no problem. You've shared your track record, no problem. There are some tools that we have always used for war, David, and we want to put them on you so that you don't die, you're a small boy. And then they put the armor on him and gave him the weapon. And the armor was too heavy for David. David had not been involved in the war school. All he was doing was going to the bush, taking the sheep to the bush, and then he wore it and he said, "This is too heavy for me, for I have not tried it. I've not trained with this kind of weapon." But you know something David did not do? David never told Saul how he was going to defeat Goliath. David did not go to Saul and say, "Goliath, King Saul, I respect you. Can I tell you a trade secret?" You know how some of you do? You just find out an idea. I think I'm going ahead of myself. I wrote something down here. You just found an idea or something just struck into your mind. Sharp, sharp. You clean ring lights, clean your camera, phone camera, and then you want to talk. I just woke up this morning and an idea just dropped. And the person who has money, the person who has influence, the person who has everything just takes his notes. Oh yeah, drop it. While some people are saying, Rema, deep, nice one. The guy is just writing. And then when you are done, he just strategizes, get a lawyer, patent that idea. And you that said you got it, you can't use that idea again, because if you implement that idea, it's gone. If you implement that idea, you're in trouble. You know why? Because you don't know how to keep your mouth shut in certain seasons. Your trade secret is yours to keep, is yours to use, is yours to implement. There are some ideas that drop that has to just stay with you. You are the one that should implement it. David never told Saul. If he told Saul, "This is what I'm going to do, I've been using the sling and the stone, and I'm going to roll this," why do you think Saul will want to give him all of those rewards? Why do you think Saul would just give him his daughter if he knew how he was going to win the battle? Saul would have just gone and just done it, and maybe it will happen, and then Goliath will fall. But David never discussed his secret, the trade secret of how he was going to defeat him. He never shared it with anyone. He didn't even tell his brother. He didn't even discuss with his father. There are seasons like that, that if you must win major wars in your life, you must know how to keep your trade secret. And that's what separates the kings, the nobles who dominate industries, from the peasants and those who are average. That's what separates them. If you want to be different, you must know what to share, what to keep, what to share, what to keep, what to patent, what to take legal action in order to ensure that nobody goes ahead and then take it away from you. David never shared it. Let me leave that part. Let's talk about the part of the tools. He said, I have not tried this tool. Right now, what are certain things you're doing in your life right now, and you're practicing little by little, it works out for you. Maybe, for example, the way you have been able to build valuable connections. Maybe, for example, the things that have helped you to get influence to certain kind of people, you are able to get them easily. The category of people that people feel are difficult, you have been able to build a competence and a knowledge. You have been able to build a system that have brought them to become friendly to you. They love you, they like you. People that everybody look up to. You have a system that helps you get into them easily. And then you now go about, you start sharing, and then many people get close, and then you are now left in the dark. And then you are no longer close to that high level connection. You need to build certain systems. There is a tool meant for you to win. All right. There's a tool meant for you to win. So one of the things you have to realize is that you need mental alertness. You need deep level of knowledge. You need mental alertness and deep level of knowledge. You should be willing to seek superior level of wisdom, superior level of knowledge that most people are not diligent enough to dig into and find out. You know what the Bible says? The Bible says it is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but it is the glory of kings to search it out, search it out, search it out, search it out, search it out. Right now, for example, some of the things I'm sharing to many of you right now, you have heard it. But right now, it's making greater sense to you. You know why? Superior level of wisdom. The things that someone has decided to acclimatize his mind onto, and then to be able to bring it out in a form that you can apply it. I know some of you have learned that story, but you have not been able to apply it. Now, with the way it's being shared, you can apply it. It takes superior level of wisdom, superior level of knowledge, superior level of understanding, the ability to sit and dig into certain kind of wisdom, certain kind of knowledge will be able to differentiate you, will be able to offer you a kind of difference in your life. You need the tool of knowledge upgrade, the tool of knowledge upgrade. The ability to upgrade your knowledge, never to stay at the level that everyone is. The ability to pay that price of time, pay the price of attention, invest your data into quality knowledge, not just movies and film. Don't sell yourself to frivolity, all this frivolity of realities. Don't sell yourself to it. You need an high level of knowledge that will set you into a leadership pedestal, that will make you speak on stage and people know that you are saying something that is right, that will make you speak and penetrate the hearts of people. It takes a superior level of knowledge. What do you know right now that differentiates you from your peer? What are you aware of right now that sets you at an higher pedestal of dominance? Higher level of knowledge, higher level of knowledge. And you know, one of the advantages you have is that most people in this generation are not studious enough to sit down to learn. And that's what I termed the paradox of short content. You know what people love today? They just go on TikTok, okay, 2 minutes, and then bang, 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 boom, go 30 seconds, bang, 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 bang. You will not build dominance that way. You need ability to be patient, to read in between the lines, to be able to bring out knowledge, to be able to draw out points, to be able to apply the point, to be able to do certain things. And that's why most people will not become great at public speaking. Most people in this generation, I'm telling you the truth. Check many of your peers. Many of them cannot speak wisely on stages for 2 minutes. You know why? Short content have distorted their depth. Short content. Crash course. Shortcuts to be able to make 5 figures in copywriting. How to become a website designer in 2 minutes. That kind of thing will not make you become dominant in that industry. You will not become so good in tech with all these short things, looking for shortcuts, short. Shorts are not made for kings. You see all those short reels, TikTok, all those things, they are not made for kings. They are made for average people who are lazy to be able to dig out the truth. You need the tool of premium knowledge. Tool of premium knowledge. David knew something. Joseph knew something. Daniel knew something. You see, the difference is clear. What's different about you? When everyone speaks on the same topic the same way, do you know how to talk about it in a way that will earn you an applause and get you to be invited again? The system, there's a secret, a tool of premium knowledge. The tool of premium knowledge. Can you teach the same topic 5 times and people will still feel like they are hearing it for the first time every time they listen to you? It looks like I'm eating some yeah. Wow, Bro Manuel, nice to see you. Manuel Bajo, thank you so much. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you too. Thank you so much. Eat it again and again. The way it will come, you'll be like, this one enter, this one touch. Go and study, go and study, go and study. I attended a program, a campus congress, some days ago, last week. One of the book that I actually told them to help me keep down that I was coming down to buy was still on public speaking. I've been doing public speaking, but I still want to learn. I need knowledge upgrade. I want to still build. I want to still be better. I want to still do this again and again and again and again and again. And then it's as if, wow, what's different about this guy? I'm a university lecturer. I don't want to go to class and be the one that is always reading slides. I want to know how to present things differently. I want to be able to communicate knowledge in a form that the students will sleep and then they are dreaming and thinking about it, where it becomes flesh inside of them. It takes certain level of upgrade, certain level of upgrade, certain level of upgrade. The issue sometimes in this side of the world, the side of Africa, is that everything we say is the grace of God will do this. God will help us. It is well. You know all those language, but people are not diligent to put in the work for that grace to be manifested. Not diligent. We are too religious in the wrong form for most people. All right. There are people who understand true spirituality, but a number of people don't. So they try to religiousize, if there's a word like that, you try to be religious about everything instead of understanding the systems and the principles that work. Let me tell you one truth. When God wants to manifest certain things on the earth, and God wants to fulfill certain great, He does not bring His idea to you because you're a Christian. It brings His idea to the person who has the capacity and resources to implement it. It gives it to the person who has the idea, resources to implement it. It will still fulfill its purpose to that person, whether that person is a Christian or not, whether that person is a Muslim or not. It will still bring his idea into the one who has the capacity because it needs to fulfill that purpose. You know why? Because God is committed to His purpose. He's not committed to a person. God is committed to a purpose. He's not committed to a person. Do you want to argue it? You want to find it out? Why was Judas Iscariot replaced? Even if Jesus Christ chose him, he would have still said, remain here. I'm committed to you. You are still my guy. Was replaced. He was replaced. You get it? You get that? Have premium knowledge. When God sees that your knowledge has been built, your idea has been built, your wisdom has been built to a certain level, then He will commit certain ideas to you so you can manifest upon the earth. Please, you have to be patient today. Oh, this is close to 1 hour, and I've not touched some key things I want to touch, and I still have like some announcement to make. Will you be patient with me? Can I go on? For me, I'm just enjoying myself. Oh. I'm not in a rush. Can I go on? I'm not rushing now. Just enjoying myself. All right. Let's go on. Now, certain level of knowledge. And you need to understand that knowledge has also been one of the tools that many nations have made use of to grow into world power. Knowledge, level of knowledge, knowledge upgrade. I will need you to read history. Even if I mention certain nations that have grown into world power at certain times. Read history. What power has always shifted from one nation to the other based on upgrade of knowledge and certain tools that they have. There was a time in the world when Egypt was actually the world power. There was a time in the world that Egypt was actually the world power. Egypt. You see this Egypt that you see, Egypt in North Africa. There was a time that they were actually the world power. Remember this story, this long story of when there was famine in the entire world and everyone had to come to Egypt to buy. As they were getting food, sometimes they were giving money, sometimes they were giving property, sometimes they were giving gold, sometimes they were giving silver because they did to need. At that time, Egypt was the world power because there was something they were aware of. Pharaoh received a dream that Joseph interpreted, and as an idea of that knowledge, you know what they were doing? They were storing food. They would eat a part, keep a percentage. They were storing, they were building barns and then storing the food because of knowledge they had. They became world power. Are you understanding dominance now? There's a knowledge you can have. There's an idea you can have. You can know that a scarcity is coming and you begin to prepare for it. You don't go about it, you're talking there. No, you act on it. You do something about it. And when that particular gap comes, everyone has to come to you. And then you operate with a sense of dominance. It's just like what people are saying today about artificial intelligence. Some people knew about this things long time. I know what they're doing. They were preparing, they were investing in knowledge, they were getting set, they were ensuring that they were building systems that people will use. People right now are paying dollars in order to make videos with AI, images with AI, copywriting with AI, websites with AI, doing all of those things. A lot of people knew about these things long time and they started building the systems. And you know what's happening right now? The money is being channeled to the people who are controlling the system. Money is going to them. What are you aware of? What are you aware of the next 5 years? There's going to be a problem that people will need to fill that gap. And only those who have built the competence are able to do it. The same thing happened with blockchain. Why some people were saying, oh, front end, I'm doing front end development, I'm doing back end development, I'm doing all this. Some people were learning blockchain. Some people started using blockchain solutions. Right now, you see a number of people get remote jobs that they pay them so well, get instant contract without long interviews. Why you are showing them your portfolio, showing them this website, showing them this. I'm talking to tech guys now. Somebody is already talking about blockchain, already getting dollars rolling into the account. Person was preparing a long time ago. There's a knowledge that you can have that makes you superior. The same thing happened with crypto. Some people started building crypto system, crypto wallets, crypto coins, and all of that. And you see them making money. I see somebody was saying, I wish, the only regret I had was I wish I bought Bitcoin when it was this amount. It's a Bitcoin now. Even me now, I'm talking to myself. I didn't buy Bitcoin. I wish I bought Bitcoin that time and I didn't doubt it. Maybe right now. Maybe right now. I'm just telling you how knowledge makes you superior. How knowledge makes you superior. How knowledge. I don't want to call names because there are some of these people who actually had that knowledge and they built an entire system, built an entire enterprise, built an entire company just by an awareness that they had. Knowledge is a tool that helps you build dominance. There was a time it was Egypt. There was a time it was the Babylonian Empire. Babylon was actually what dominated. It was like the world power at that time. And they started dominating as a result of creating the administrative system that we use in the world. They had like a strong military force that almost nobody in the world could confront. Almost nobody in the world could confront them. There was a time it was the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire also built strong military forces. They were building infrastructures, making roads available, creating access to certain things, and they grew into world power. You see how world power migrates? It migrates to the person who has the knowledge and prepares to dominate. It migrates to the person who is able to build an exchange with the world, with most part of the world, and then the kinds of nations that the world cannot do without, and they are able to attract the funds of the world into their nations. What power? What are you building? What do you have right now that magnetizes the world, that magnetizes audience to you, that draw people to you? Okay, read about the Roman Empire, read about the Spanish Empire, read about the French Empire, France, how France started going to certain nations, getting lands, doing all of those things, and then they controlled them, colonialism and all of that. There was time it was the British Empire. Now we have the American Empire, we also have the Chinese Empire, a lot of those things, all for strength or for power. Why? Because whoever offers value, whoever gives the world value. There was a time it was even the Russian Empire, during the time of the USSR, Sovereign Union. It was that time where the entire world bowed and respected those nations. Value, value, value. Very, very important. All right. So number 32, you have to look out is habits. Habits are also very important tools that you need to pay attention to. And when I talk about habits, habits are the means through which you build systems for your life. Habits are the means and mediums through which you build systems for your life. Build systems for your life. Very important. You build systems for your life. You should be able to have this awareness, have this idea of the things you have to stay religious, certain rituals that you have to your life on a daily basis. I know some of you right now, if I ask you, who is the best football player in the world right now? Ronaldo and Messi, right? Some say Cristiano Ronaldo, say Ronaldo, some people say Messi. Say Ronaldo, some people say Messi. Be fighting. Go and study their rituals. Go and study what they do on a daily basis. I was listening to, I think it was Victor Osimhen on John Obi Mikel's podcast, where it was asked. I think there was a time they played a match, and I guess the team of Victor Osimhen, I think Napoli actually won Cristiano Ronaldo's team. And he went to just meet him, take pictures with him. And what did he meet him doing? Even after he lost, Ronaldo was gymming, lifting weights, doing all of those things. There is an habit that has been built. There's an habit that has been built. You are the one thinking about his age. He's thinking about what he needs to achieve. He's thinking about achievement. He's thinking about vision. He's thinking about mission. The same thing, check up on the habit of Leo Messi. All this shouting, yeah, Messi, study their rituals, study what they do, the diligence and commitment they give to their craft. Diligence and commitment they give to their craft. It's not that sometimes it's easy to always come up on growth school to talk and speak and share all of this knowledge. I would have decided, let me write a book and just sell and push out, but there's a commitment that will be given to that craft. Why? Because He that watereth is watered also himself. He that giveth also receiveth. You get the idea? The ability to pour out, the ability to give out, the ability to ensure you're sharing your knowledge is also sharpening my gifts. It's making me be better at public speaking. As I begin to watch your reactions, as you begin to pay attention, as you begin to stay true, I'm also, oh, these people are listening. Oh, people are feeling like this is valuable. People are getting life lessons. I'm building and building and building. It takes commitment. It takes a level of commitment. Do you have a system to your gifts? Do you have what you build on your gifts? You know what sometimes it takes to come up with topic, to be able to do this, is building a kind of atmosphere and environment in me that makes it easy to be able to set up a program. All right, to be able to tell, to be able to communicate something, to be able to say yes, this, and all of that, and then you are able to come up with value again and again. You never stay outdated on premium knowledge. Commitment. What are the habits that you have? Do you wake up every morning and the next thing you do is to pick up your phone and then you're chatting or you're checking up blogs or you're checking up news or you're checking up forum and then you're looking at all of that? Or there's something that you imbibe and had on yourself? Do you have an habit that say you would read this number of pages of a book before you sleep? That no day will go except you have gotten an idea added to yourself. That no day will go except you meditate. That no day will go except you have a quiet time with yourself. You meditate. You intermeddle with premium wisdom. You need the tool of strategic habits. So you need to build from within and then grow without. You build from within and then you grow without. You build from within and then you grow without. So you need a systemic flow of events in your life. You are able to build a flow. Number one thing, number two, number three, number four, I do these four things every morning before I check up my phone. I do these three things every night before I sleep. I do one, two, three things before I do this. There are people who say if they have not appreciated at least 5%, they are not going to bed. That's an habit. Do you have that kind of habit? Do you have LD habits? Do you have professional habits? Do you have career growth habits? Do you have mental advancement habits? For example, I have my younger brother. There was a time I visited him. One of the things he does every morning is that he listens to a podcast. He listens to a podcast. He listens to a podcast. There's this program called, is it the 8 minutes meditation podcast? He listens to it every morning. That's an habit. What are you doing? You are able to intermeddle with premium knowledge, premium ideas. You are able to build that again and again. There was a time in my life that almost every day I listened to Eric Thomas. Just that challenge, just that charge, getting it every morning and saying, yes, do this and do that and do that and do that. All right. You're willing to breathe. You are willing to succeed as much as you're willing to breathe. Every day you're listening, you're like, wow, okay, I should be willing to dare things. Okay, so you're willing to advance your life. Hold on, we're not done. We're not done. I want to make a quick announcement. All right, guys, I want you to know, all Growth School members, that we will be having growth summit. We'll be having something called a growth summit, and it's going to be helping you build a brand, build a career, build a business that commands attention, creates impact, that commands attention, creates impact, and attract opportunities effortlessly. If you want to be that kind of person that you want to be able to make impact, you want to be able to advance your life. Hold on a sec. Let me be sure you can see this. Please let me know that you can, let me know that you can see what I'm presenting right now. I want to be sure that you can see the slide. Let me know that you can. Okay, just hold on a sec. I don't know why it's not coming up. Can you see this? Wow, wow, wow. Okay, just hold on. I'm going to do something now. Okay, just hold on. I'm going to do something. It's not still showing. All right, fantastic. So, you want to build a brand, you want to build a career, or you want to build a business that commands attention, creates impact, and attract opportunities effortlessly. Here is an opportunity. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, yet people don't notice your work? You have the potential to lead, but no platform to amplify your voice. You want to attract partnerships, clients, and you want to be able to create breakthrough, but it feels like you're stuck in the crowd. Here comes Growth Summit. Exponential Influence is an exclusive 2-day experience designed to help young professionals, career people, entrepreneurs, and startup founders across Africa build unstoppable visibility, impact, and authority in the new digital economy. You are the one who you're doing so much, you're giving your best, and yet nobody seems to recognize you. You are not being rewarded enough for the things you do. This is a summit that you don't want to miss. Okay, it's going to be a virtual summit on a YouTube Live holding on the 21st and 22nd of November 2025. On Friday, would commence at 8 p.m. West African time, and on Saturday, 10 a.m. West African time. Guess what? It's absolutely free, but only to those who register. You would learn how to grow a powerful personal brand, even if you are just starting, the psychology of influence, and how it drives business success, how to make opportunities find you through strategic visibility, what makes professionals attract respect, trust, and followership, how to multiply your impact using digital tools and storytelling. Here are the confirmed speakers that we have at the moment. We have Dr. Joshua Yeni. He is the founder of Amberia Global Consulting Company, LLC. He's also the convener of the Ambassador Summit. We have Joanna Jayoba. She's actually an SEO expert, all right, search engine optimization expert, and also a professional communication expert. We also have Faizat Hussein. She's an author and she's also a branding consultant. So she'll be teaching a lot around how you can create the right brands, how you can impact brands, how you can become so visible that people want to offer you value, want to give you reward for your skills. And also myself, Dr. Abiodun Mustapha, I'll be sharing on the concept on how you can automate opportunities and get recommendations to come to you. So mouth-watering, right? You need to register today. That's the link there. Register today. You can also scan the QR code and also make use of it. You can just take a screenshot and register later. The link is bit.ly/grow Growth Summit 2025, or you can also visit the landing page at Growth Summit Rec, bit.ly/Growth Summit Rec. All right, you can go here or you scan the QR code, you will still get to the registration form. So you have to register right now because we're getting a lot of people. We're trying to bring a lot of people to register. While we're working on the professional flyer, we will be wanting you to be part of this and also support the program in all the ways that you can. In all the ways that you can. Don't wait to be discovered. Position yourself to be remembered. You have to position yourself to be remembered. Where whenever people think of anyone in your industry, you are the one that we're thinking about. Have you taken a screenshot? Please take a screenshot. Have you taken a screenshot? Have you taken a screenshot? Want to go back? We're not done yet. I still have some more tools to share. I still have some more tools to share. All right, fantastic. I want to be sure that you've taken pictures. All right, all right, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we have shared on different tools. Number one, we have looked at the tool of physical well-being, the tool of mental upgrade, the tool of strategic habits, and now we are looking at the tool of strategic visibility. At this point, you have to pay attention. At this point, you have to pay attention. Lest I forget, I want to be sure if there maybe anyone who will be looking forward to join the volunteer force. I have a group. I opened a group already for the volunteer force. For those who want to be part of the Growth Summit force, maybe you want to be part of those who will get the promotional materials to share, or you have an area of skill you want to volunteer. Remember what I said about volunteering and also using your skill for the things you have. This is the link for those who want to volunteer, bit.ly/growth summit force. bit.ly/growth summit force. So you can actually screenshot that and visit later. So let's go on. The tool of strategic visibility. Number one, some of the things you need to recognize is that people will not recommend you except they are sure of the things that you are doing. Most people think that, oh, because I'm doing this, ultimately people just have to love me. People just have to talk about me. It does not work that way. You are responsible to an extent for your own visibility. You are responsible for the announcement of your own gifts. You are responsible for the announcement of your own gifts. You are talented. I'm talented. I'm talented. People may not look at your side. People are busy about their life. You have to look for a means to position in that noisy industry. You have to look forward for a way with which people will only think about you when they need a solution to that particular problem. And many times people are not even sure of the real problem. You need to position to find out that problem in them and draw them to come to you. So when we talk about the tool of strategic visibility, one of the things you need to do is that you need to, number one, have a personal website. You need to have a personal website. You need to build a personal website. And to build a website today is not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. There are straight drag and drop tools and platforms where you can drag and drop tools where you can kindly build a website straight up in less than 30 minutes, and you would host it and it will look like a professional website. I checked up on the website of Faiza Hussein, and she made use of Kits. That's ConvertKit's landing page creation platform, and it's actually a .com. So you can simply do it by yourself. You don't need to hire graphic designer, website developer. All you need to do is to do a drag and drop, create the template, host, and then you have a website straight up. So that's something you want to do. So what are certain platforms you can look out for? As someone who is just starting, open a Medium account. You can open a Medium account, medium.com. When you create a Medium account, begin to create a lot of posts on it. Put a lot of posts and images, nice content, nice value, such that when people search for your name, it can bring them to the things you have shared on Medium. So Medium can appear like your own kind of blog platform, not just Facebook. Yes, post on Facebook, you will get some sort of attention, post on LinkedIn, but also have a Medium account. Just go on medium.com, create an account. You can just write it down, medium.com, create an account, and then start creating interesting, amazing content there. Number two, you can also go on Google Sites. Okay, so people know you can actually create a website on Google. Just go on Google Sites. There's plug and play kind of platform that you can actually make use of to create your own website. You can just go on sites.google.com. Okay, sites.google.com, and you will create a website straight up. Just drag and drop. You can put in your name there, put in all of those things, write your name, about yourself, the services you offer, and you can decide to host the website. It's very easy to host websites today. You can start with a .com.ng and all of that. You can also make use of kit.com. Kit.com is also a platform you can actually make use of to create a personal website. Just write down these things and try them out, implement them, check out Google, check out YouTube videos, and you will just follow the process and you can have your own professional website. It's good, it's still going to be beautiful, looks so nice and really amazing. Let me show you. Let me show you Faisat's website that she created with Kit, so that a lot of you will be a lot of you will be aware. You know, it's not joke. She actually made use of that in promoting her book and getting people to download her book. I have to check her out as one of the links, one of our speakers, just looking at their platforms and all of that. I would show you straight up, and you see how amazing the color blend and all of that. So good, so good, so good. She did really well with our website. Hold on a sec. So this is like a single page. This is like a single page website used in promoting this book. Just hold on, I think it's loading. I don't know what's happening with this guy today. All right, I'm coming. Just hold on. Hold on a sec. I want to show you. This. Don't know. I'm coming, please. I wanted to show you guys this thing, but I don't know why StreamYard is not allowing me. StreamYard, don't do this to us. All right, please just be patient. Let me check it out and see if we can get a breakthrough. If not, I'll just maybe give you the link so you can check it out. It was created with kits.com. Very amazing website. So let me try it. Let me try one more time. Let me try one more time and be hopeful that it works. All right. So did it work? It's showing at my end on the streaming platform, but it's not showing. Oh, interesting. So we got a breakthrough. So this particular website, looking so amazing, was created with Kits. You can see the landing page, the book, things, and all of that built with Kits. And she would be using this in order to get a lot of email lists, because I'll talk about email marketing. Email marketing is also something that is very essential. So you can create your own one-page website for free. Then there is this platform also called About.me. About.me is also another platform you can make use of in creating your personal website. Let me see if mine is still active. I created this a long time ago as an undergraduate student. Very long time ago. So allow me to check this up. So let me just check. I know I used to have an about.me. Oh, interesting. It's still there. I created this a long time ago. So you can also use like about.me, create a one-page site also. That would also be good. So you need a website. To also do that. So I spoke about about.me. I mentioned Google Sites, Medium, Kits. Then there's another one also called rocketreach.co. You can make use of rocketreach.co. Rocket Reach. That's Rocket Reach for REACH.co. You can also use that to create a personal website. I think there's also card.io. I think so. I think that's also another platform that people can make use of. So that's for professional personal website. If you want to do it on the ninja level, you want to appear like an odogu, one thing you can actually learn and one you can make use of is this platform called Wix.com. There's this platform called Wix.com. Okay, Wix.com. I remember I developed a professional website for an NGO using Wix. Everything was done with Wix. Getting people to send messages, getting people to donate. Very, very amazing website. Getting the bios, the blogs, all of that, news, everything was done with Wix, and it was simply drag and drop. Simply drag and drop. So number one is you need a professional website. The two for strategic visibility. Number two, you need to learn digital advertising. You need to learn how to run Facebook ads. All you need to simply do is you can make use of YouTube videos. You can also go to Facebook Blueprints. There is a particular entire course, written course done by Facebook Meta themselves called Facebook Blueprint. They will teach you how to run ads on Facebook and also how to run ads on Instagram. Then you can also learn LinkedIn ads. Most of the people you see who have a lot of followers on LinkedIn, a number of them actually run LinkedIn ads and they promoted themselves so well in order to grow those followers. You beyond just watching TikTok videos, doing videos, doing short videos, and doing all of those that you need to also think like an entrepreneur, think like somebody who has a goal and target, and learn how ads are done on TikTok. Learn how ads are done on TikTok. Also learn Google Ads. Learn Google Ads. I knew instances where they wanted to hold a particular event, and one of the things we did was to push forth ads on Google. All right, Google Ads, YouTube Ads, everything it's under Google. Learn how to run Google Ads. Okay, learn how to run Google Ads. Then number three, you need to also learn creative copywriting. Creative copywriting is one skill that is really amazing. How do you put out a post that gets people to read from the beginning till the end? There's an idea of copywriting you need to know. Some people think copywriting is just about getting people to click and buy and purchase and do all of that. There are other ways you can actually direct people to do other things, like direct them to your YouTube video, direct them to your email list, direct them to take certain actions, direct them to follow you based on certain systems. There's something called copywriting frameworks. We have the PASS, the problem, the agitate, the solution. We have the pastor copywriting. We have the idea, AIDAA. We have the BABS. We have the RAS. We have a lot of copywriting frameworks. Learn how they work and structure your writing in those forms such that people are captivated, people are compelled, people are persuaded by the things that you write. So you need creative copywriting. And today we have AI tools that can actually help you get amazing write-ups, whether for landing pages or whether for your post on Facebook or whether for your website. You need creative copywriting. So what are some of the tools I need you to write down? Check them out. Some of them are premium, some of them are paid, some of them have the free options. Okay, so number one, copy.ai. Copy.ai, write it down. Copy.ai. You want to write really fantastic posts. You want to be able to write really fantastic content, push out really amazing things. Copy.ai. You can also write Jasper.ai. Jasper.ai. You see, I'm trying to read out these AI tools. Jasper.ai. You can also make use of Write Sonic. Write Sonic. That's WRITESONIC. Write Sonic. There's no time to demonstrate and make use of some of these tools today. Okay, but you can check them out and try them out. watch videos also on how they are used. There's also Hero Guide. Hero Guide, I think Hero Guide is free. Hero Guide, Heroguide. Hero Guide is also an amazing tool. Hero Guide is also an amazing AI tool you can make use of. Then another one you can make use of is newsletter.ai. Newsletter.ai is also another tool you can make use of. Newsletter.ai. So number one, I spoke about personal website. Number two, digital advertising. Number three, creative copywriting. Number four is email marketing. Email marketing. Some of you came in here from my email, from the email I wrote to you. And some of you will see that I'll write an email and your name is going to show. That's the same way it's showing for everybody. There is a system of writing emails. And the good thing about emails is that all the people you have in your email list belongs to you. If tomorrow Facebook crashes or Facebook bans you and say they don't want to see you again on their platform, what will you do? You lose all your followers, all your friends. If LinkedIn ban you now and say they don't want you again, you lose all your followers. Instagram, if they just remove your account and they say you are not allowed to use Instagram for the next 5 years, how will you survive? But with an email list, you can keep communicating with the people you have in your email list. That's why email marketing is called your owned platform. You see Facebook, social media, they are borrowed platform. But your email list is your owned platform. If one email marketing platform fails, you migrate your contact to another. That's why you need to understand the concept of email list. Okay, so there are a lot of email marketing tools. You have SendBox, you have Kit, you have Sendy, you have SendGrind, you have Standard Mail, you have MailerLite, a lot of them. Just check on Google. Start with anyone. Okay. For people who really want to learn, let me tell you how. You really want to learn, you want to be able to pick the idea and start implementing. I have something for you that you can make use of. Let me share this with you. I'm going to check if it shows. I have something for you, and it's very affordable, very, very affordable, very cheap. In fact, you'll be shocked at how ridiculous it is. Very, very shocked. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. I hope this guy shows. Please hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Let me let me bring it up. Bring it up. Let me bring it up. Bring it up. Come up. Come up. Where are you? Where are you? Show. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know if my presentation is showing. Oh, interesting. It's showing now. Okay, so I have this for you. It's called a digital profit bundle. Digital profit bundle. Learn the tools for attracting money online. Please hold on. Please hold on. Let me take this off so you can see it very well. So you can see it very well. Very, very well. Okay. So we have the digital profit bundle. Learn the tools for attracting money online. For many of these things I've mentioned to you, they are exact tools, the exact ways and live videos that you can make use of to start implementing instantly. You can start implementing instantly, like start implementing straight up without fear, without having to get worried or feeling like, oh, will. So the digital profit bundle is something I would recommend that you make use of. All right, it's I recommend that you make use of the digital profit bundle. Learn the tools for attracting money online. If right now you want to attract money, you want to be able to build your personal website using Wix, you want to be able to start your own landing page, you want to start sending captivating emails, you want to be able to just ensure that you are operating at the top level, like ninja level. You want to be seen as a professional and you want to even start your own digital agency today, you should be considering the digital profit bundle. You will learn all the tools that you need to attract money, all the tools you need to get started, all the tools you need to start implementing, all the tools you need in order to make real difference in your life. And you want to get to the point where people will begin to recommend you, people will begin to say, oh, this is a guy we want, and you want people to bring you on board. You want people to bring you on board. You want people to appreciate what you are doing. You want people to appreciate how you are doing it. You want people to just be there. And whenever they need to think about digital professionals, your name comes to their mind. Your name comes to their mind. So I encourage that you get the digital profit bundle. Get digital profit bundle. Now, what would digital profit bundle do for you? In one sitting, you are going to get the digital money sources. You will get your ideal money questionnaire, product creation secrets, knowing what sells online, categorizing your online products, pricing your digital products, and build websites without code. Imagine all of this value alone is 200,000 naira. Now, apart from this, already you are getting bonuses such that you're getting a free book on From Why to Wealth. You will learn how to publish with ease on Amazon. Some of you are saying, I want to become an Amazon publisher. You will learn how that is done. You'll learn how to run Facebook ads that convert, how to analyze data as a newbie. Maybe you want to make use of data, analyze your prospect, analyze people. You want to start a global podcast with your smartphone. You don't have to buy all the sophisticated mics. You don't have to set up a video. You can start a podcast on your phone. Email marketing for beginners, step-by-step process, and information product money management. Now, see what I've added again to it. You are going to get a full course on profitable online business strategies in 2024. All right, this was about 2024, but right now in 2025, these strategies still work. You will also get a book and workbook on how to become a profitable author, how to become a profitable author, and you will be getting all the replay of the money summit, all the replay of the money summit. Now let's bring everything together. Now the value for this is 200k, the value for this is 280k, the 280,000, the value for this is 300,000. Now bringing everything together, all of this alone, the value is 780,000. That's almost 8,000 naira. Say the truth. Look at all of these things. How much do you think this is worth? How much do you think all this is worth? How much do you think I should give this out? Tell me, tell me, tell me. You can be lucky. How much do you think I should give this out? 500,000, 50,000, 70,000, okay, 100,000. Now, see what I'm doing. I'm giving all of this out only today for 6,000 naira. All of this right now, if you can take fast action, you will get all of this value right now for 6,000 naira. That's how nice I am. So you will learn how to start your email marketing, how to run Facebook ads, how to build a website. You would learn how to run ads. You will learn a lot of things, how to write a book and publish on Amazon, all of those things. And it's do it as you're seeing you're doing, as you're seeing you're doing, not stories, not stories, instant actions, instant actions. And you can even start making money from it. So take action right. The link is bit.ly/pyk bundle. PYK bundle. bit.ly/pyk bundle. PYK bundle. Okay, so you can take the screenshot, just 6,000 naira. You get all of it, and you don't need to wait for a long time. Immediately you make payments, instantly you are directed to where all the resources are, and you can start using them straight up. Start using them straight up, just for 6,000 naira. All right, so let's go on. Let's go on. So I spoke on the concept of strategic visibility. So you need a personal website, you need a digital advertising, creative copywriting, email marketing, and number five, you need to learn how to build landing pages. So landing page building, or majorly I would say funnel building. Okay, how do you funnel people? When people engage on your post on Facebook, how do you get the right people that will pay and they will continue to pay? Okay, there are some AI tools you can use. You have landingsite.ai. Get Response is also another platform you can use to create very beautiful landing pages. And also, Canva also has the option for you to build landing pages. Okay, so I guess that's where we will be tonight. But do not forget the Growth Summit, exceptional influence, exceptional influence. So Growth Summit comes up in November. Invite your friend. Also, take advantage of the profitable bundle, digital profit bundle. Take advantage of it. That's the link there. For those who want to register for Growth Summit, this is the link bit.ly/Growth Summit Rec. Okay, so it's very important. Take note for those who want to join the volunteer team, bit.ly/Growth Summit Force. And for those who want to take advantage, take note just for today, the 6,000 naira bundle is here. Okay, so do you have questions? Do you have questions already? Let me see your questions. Do you have something for me to clarify? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Do you have something for me to clarify? I'm looking out. You have something to be clarified. Well done, guys. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for choosing to be here. Thank you for time. Thank you for the exceptional things that you do. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, if there are no questions, oh, interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm so grateful. So we have when you visit the site for when you visit the site for the when you visit the site for the summit, let me show you what you would see. Let me show you what you would see so that you'll be sure of how it looks. So you would see what it is, see what it is, see what it is. Okay, so you get to see all of this. So we have our speakers, we have the landing page, very beautiful landing page, very beautiful. So you see why you need to learn how to build landing pages. You need to learn how to build landing pages. So let me show you. Okay. Okay. It's loading. Slowing. Okay, I think I'm seeing a question from Victoria. So Victoria is saying that you talked about building a website for someone who is just starting in their career, who is posting and sharing learning progress on LinkedIn. Okay, so yes, it's fine. I think it's really good you continue with posting on LinkedIn, posting on the platforms you're posting. But if you want to appear and look like a professional, and you want to get a level of respect, and you want people to rate you higher, one of the things you have to do is to have a website. Have a personal website that has your name.com or your name.net or your name.ng or your name dot something, and then you work on the SEO such that when people search for your name, maybe when people put, for example, Dr. Abiodun Mustapha, part of the things that show will be all of the things you have included in that website, and then you can dominate that name anywhere in the world. So that's something that is really important, and that's something you may want to look out for. So continue with what you're doing on LinkedIn, build, but also work on building your personal website. So that's something you want to look out for. Thank you. I hope I answered your question. Thank you so much. Okay, so just still showing you myself, Dr. Joshua Oyeni, Ajayola. Jayoba actually pays out the same. And then you see the link, the button to click to register, and then it takes you to the place to register. Thank you very much. Please do well to promote, do well to advance advance the program and all of the things. We want to see as many people attend. We want to see as many people be here. For as many who are also interested, do well to also join the volunteer force. So, what to exactly how I do it, how I get to bring a best and get a number of people to be you will also get the results, which I will be giving out as many people who reach are actually way over who join I to do. Seems to keep changing life